folks, yeah, I'm back down here at Brown's Mills. Just came across this little item here. I'm not sure. I think I might see a pattern on there of some sort. Not sure what that is. It might just be a bolt or something. I don't know. We'll try to clean it up, get some of that rock buildup. It was stuck right in between over here. Stuck right down in between the ledges. I had to pry it out, but yeah, we'll clean it up, see what it is. Alright, we're gonna sneak over here. There's a little island over here where it's shallow and stuff, so put around there for a few minutes, see if anything's been washed up into this old natural sluice. Alright folks, yeah, I swung over that same hole again there and just found myself a nice little hem weight. We have found actually quite a few, Richie and I, right up and along the shoreline, so yeah, not a big surprise. Hoping it was a coin though. Alright, keep putting along. Alright folks, yeah, I just found this beautiful brass buckle. It's tucked right down there. It's just laying underneath the silt. Richie and I have been over this area, and not to say we got everything, because we definitely, you could see how you can miss something pretty easy. But yeah, it's a nice little buckle. Cool. Alright, I'm happy with that. We'll keep hunting around, see what else has been caught in here. Hey folks, yeah, next little find, we got ourselves another buckle. That other one was just right over in this area, weren't far off. And this one was right down here. Oh, cool. These were probably washed down over the last couple of years. Richie and I hadn't been over here much, you know, in the last few, so. Alright, good deal. Keep hunting on. Alrighty y'all, I think we're going to have kind of a buckle day. This is definitely a piece of horse tack. Yeah, right down in these ledges here. I'm making my way over to the shallow area right now, and I found quite a few things over the years. Richie found a beautiful brooch with an orange stone in here, 4 or 5 years ago. Alright, I'll keep putting around. Alright folks, yeah, I got myself a little piece of fancy here. This might have been the top to a bedpost or something, or maybe even a cane top, I don't know. Probably a bedpost. Looks too thin down there. Oh, pretty cool little find. Alright, keep putting along. Alright folks, so yeah, I just found a couple pieces of brass. Got this beautiful old scale arm. I found one that was smaller than this last year. And also, right in that same pocket, I believe this would have been one of the weights. Solid piece of brass. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll get them in the pocket, keep putting around. Alright, I guess we're keeping it on the buckle theme. Got just a tiny little one here. Yeah, I'm scouring right up along all these shores here. There's a lot of, you know, metal and stuff in around, but you just got to go real slow. Alright, keep working on. Hey folks, yeah, I'm back up here in Sangerville, up to this little stream. And hadn't found much yet, just a bunch of junk, but just got in here. I do see an eyeball find though. This will be the second one I found here this year. Alright, let's go grab it. There we go. Beautiful little marble. Oh, let me get the simplex out of the water. Not that it's not waterproof, but they had a bad design in the Ultra. I'll explain that in a second. That's going to be a beautiful little marble right there. Get that in the box. Yeah, the only critique I have of the Simplex Ultra, unlike the Simplex Plus, is the speaker. This is what I got to do to it if it gets underwater, because they didn't drill the holes right, or a right design or something, and it holds the water. So I got to blow into the speaker to get it back out. Yeah. Now you can hear the speaker again, but that is the only critique I have. Maybe the holes just need to be drilled a little bit bigger or something, but alright, put around. Alright folks, yeah, I've been working around. I really haven't found a lot. I mean, we've hit this stream many times, and there's thousands of tones, as I've said before, but I thought this here was just going to be a can lid laying here, and I saw some indentations on it, and I flipped it over, Look what we got. This is like one of the Korra shrine things, maybe. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Alright, well, there's a nice little save anyways. Alright, yeah, we're just going to work in here for a little bit. Like I said, it's not been too productive so far. So, I may move someplace out. I don't know. Or just putt around here for a little while. Alright, I'll get you back on if I find anything good. Hey folks, yeah, I'm up here in Guilford today. Up almost towards the dam. I'm going to be hunting this whole area and through here. It could be shallower, it would be nice, but I can get around. You can walk across this whole thing without probably being over your waist. So, but I just came across my first find, or at least good find. Looks like we've got a nice, beautiful Indian head. Yeah, pretty good condition too for being in the river. Alright, yeah, I'm just kind of going up along the edges. A lot of stuff that comes down will get pushed off to the side, so that's why I hunt a lot of the edges. Alright, I'll get you back on if I find anything else. Alright folks, yeah, I had a nice high 50s, low 60s right down in there. And it turned out to be this. This here's I want to say it's going to be the handle of a knife. Or maybe a letter opener or something. But what a beautiful, beautiful little find. Oh, cool. Alright, yeah, I'm just going real slow, digging pretty much any good solid tones. But, alrighty then. Keep on. Alright, folks. Yeah, I just came across this beautiful little find right here. And I am almost positive I know what that is. That would have been screwed on to the base of a hanging lamp. Would have been a fixture on the bottom. That's a beautiful little piece right there. Alright, cool. I'm starting to head back downstream, but just out in the water a little bit from where I had been. I had kind of walked up through there. I hadn't been down through here, so just going slow. Alright, keep on. Alright folks, yeah, as I'm moving back down the stream here, yeah, I just got myself a nice little D-buckle. Yeah, kind of pretty one. Get that in the pocket. I'm going to be getting out here shortly, but I'm going to comb in around this calm area real quick for a little bit. Alright, I'll get you back on if I find anything else. If not, I'll see you on the next adventure. Hey folks, yeah, I'm down here on the river. We're halfway between Browns Mills Park and East Dover, going downstream. I found some nice pewter in this area, found a lot of bells in this area. And I think I just found, bell 147. I'm going to let you listen to the tone, because this happens a lot with a lot of the bells up here. Okay, right now that's being solid because I had moved that rock off from the top of that. Other than that, it was kind of a semi-solid signal. Jumpy, it was around the same VDIs, but yeah. Take you underwater, let's pull it out. Very cool, very cool. I was hoping to find some down here. Generally we don't hunt, or I don't hunt down here often, because if it's high, this water, as you can see, is moving pretty good. But a lot of stuff's out in here, been caught in this sand. Alright, cool. We're gonna keep hunting on. Just got here. Hey folks, yeah, I'm back up here in Guilford today, hunting up towards the dam. I'm gonna be working my way up through all this. First thing I came across was this. Has some fancy on it, but I know what it is. It is a part to a casket plaque. I've found probably a dozen or more over the years. Up beyond the dam up there's a big cemetery that's been washed out many times, and I've found a bunch of these plaques down through here. I've given them back to the Guilford Historical Society, but I found that piece right about there. And right about here, I had another tone that was a similar tone, and I figured, well, that might be the other half. Nope. Looks like we got ourselves excursion for sure. Probably for a drop hole. Not sure. I'll have to clean it up. See what it is for details. No, cool little piece though. Alright, well, hopefully we'll have a good little day here. Sun's out so you can see down into the water, unlike the last time. With overcast, the whole top of the water looks black. So it makes it very difficult. But we got pure sunshine today and tomorrow and a beautiful breeze, no bugs. So we're gonna hunt on. I'll get you guys back on. Alright folks, yeah, I'm working my way up here and going slow. Just came across this little brass piece in the shape of a heart. It's definitely a key to something. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll look around, see if we can find the rest. But, alright, cool little relic. Alright folks, yeah, and we're up to bell 148. This is maybe an old bike bell or desk bell or something. Oh, pretty cool. On our way to 150. See if we can get there this year. Alright, yeah, it's beautiful out here today. Just gonna keep putting around. Alright folks, yeah, that's my next find. I think it might have been an old picture frame or something. It's made of a lead type material. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that might be an urn. This could have been something that came up and down from those, that cemetery at one point. I don't know. Yeah, we'll clean it up a little bit when we get back to the house. Alright, I'm just going to work up the shore a little bit. My back's starting to, ache a little bit here and there, so I might take a break and get back at it. Might call it quits, I don't know. We'll see how bad it gets. Alright. Hey folks, yeah, I'm down here to Brown's Mills, this little pond area where I've hunted many times. Fishing lures, yeah, we see those come up a lot down through here. But right here, actually, and this is what I call eel rock. That rock there is a good signifier of whether or not it's, good conditions to hunt in here. If you can't see that rock, it's moving too fast. But right down here, I just found this piece. And I am going to assume that it's probably sterling silver. We'll have to look and see if there's any maker's marks. But I'm not sure what it was. Maybe a pen, something. But beautiful design. Alright, I'm liking this so far. And it is extremely shallow. The river's at 2.10 feet. It hasn't made it below 2 feet in 2 years. But this is very good conditions to hunt. Alright, we're gonna putt around, see what else we can find. Alright folks, yeah, we got ourselves it's not a dog tag, but it's a vaccinated rabies tag, 1983. Oh, pretty cool little find. Alright, yeah, it's pretty slow down in through here, so should be able to eyeball some stuff, maybe, hopefully, like I did that watch last year that was just sitting right on the ground underneath the water. Alright, yeah, we'll see what else we find. Alright folks, I have a nice high tone down here, and I don't know if it might be a dime or if it might be a ring. I'm going to try to reach down there and move it with this piece of brass that I found. You guys go down and we'll see together. Well, that definitely is a ring. And it's going to be a silver ring. Very cool. I am happy to be out here today. Alright, yeah, I've found maybe 2-3 silver rings in this river. Oh, very cool. Alright, I'm going to keep hunting on. Alrighty folks, that's it for today. I'm heading out. My back's getting itchy. And it's getting pretty darn hot. I'm getting thirsty too. But a couple pieces of silver for the day ain't bad. Alright, well, catch you guys on the next adventure.
Driving fast and taking chances. What could ever go wrong? Under romantic be my slow and steady. I'll be your bottom line. I'll be your wildflower. You'll be my rain or shine. I'll be your wildflower. You'll be my rain or shine.